All right. So, good morning. You see, John and I are about 6 feet apart, so we're maintaining appropriate social distance. Yeah, it's hard. You have one of your best friends come to your house and you can't hug them. It's like we're doing like the elbow thing, and you know, the closest we got to each other was when we were on the mopeds at midnight last night, bombing down Maple Terrace. But anyway. Okay, so Friday, June's like close to the solstice. That's all I know. I don't know the exact day, but I know that these are the longest days of the year, where the energies of light and dark are moving into perfect balance. So that's always true, even though it may even
more light than dark. Not
more,
balance.
even though it may not seem that way. Yeah.
This is Henry. I really apologize for interrupting.
Yeah.
But if you care, your friend John, which is on my screen left, I don't know about others, but he's got a good-looking left knee and a pretty good-looking left shoulder, and I can see two of his hands, but it'd be really good to see all of them, particularly if you're recording it. Because,
well, I don't know if the camera's big enough, actually, but...
Well, you said, I mean, you were the one that said it's all about him. So
he is, when he comes into his human form, he's immense, like really, like one of those giant Buddhist statues in Sri Lanka, so... But he's going to shrink himself now to fit on camera.
Is that better?
Now it's more about him and less about you.
Thanks, Henry.
No problem, brother.
I'll give you 2 strokes next time.
I'm going to need them.
You going back on mute?
I'm going to go back on mute, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
And I won't say anything more, I promise.
No, I'm glad you did, because it would be funny, because in the camera that I see, John's fully in the picture, but good. So these energies, these light and dark energies that are in at the time of the solstice, you know, the balance between the length of the day and the length of the night is coming in to perfect balance. And I was talking with some folks last night how I'm feeling like everything is sort of reaching a crescendo and coming to some kind of sense of completion, and where the veils between the worlds are especially thin this time. It's a really nice time for us to connect to vibration and to be able to gather in this way, and to have John here in person and doing something that we've always wanted to do together and never had a chance to do together. Really exciting. So let's begin in a seated position. We'll do a little breathing for a few minutes to drop in, to tune in. Allow your eyes to close and sit up as straight as you can, but maintain comfort. And feel your belly rise and fall with each breath. Feel the movement in your belly, the movement in your ribs, movement in your upper chest. And as you exhale, let the exhale be an ocean-sounding Ujjayi breath. So Dirgha Ujjayi breathing is slow and deep. We move towards thinking about getting back into the studio for indoor classes. This is going to be a really important breath, because it's probably for a little while it's going to be hard to do vigorous pranayama together. So this Dirgha Ujjayi, this ocean sounding belly breath, would be a really important breath for dropping in. Exhale the breath past your glottis, and you feel that vibration. Ride each one of those little vibrations like you're scratching a really sharp pencil across a piece of paper, and you can see the dust coming up off of the paper from the lead of the pencil. These little fine, tiny molecules, particulates of your breath with your Ujjayi exhalation. Stay inside with the sound. Slowly make your way onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. And begin to rock from side to side. Find your way back to the center. Find your feet coming to happy baby. Keep your ocean sounding belly breath going. Extend your left leg straight out onto the floor. Open the left arm straight overhead. And wait for your body to fully lay down and lengthen. Back to happy baby and switch sides. Keep your left knee bent as you drop it to the floor and bring your right foot on top of your left thigh. Relax your arms out to the side and roll onto the outside of your left hip. The sole of your right foot lands on the floor. Release onto your back, keep your right foot on top of your left thigh, and interlace your fingers behind the back of your left thigh. Thread the right arm in between your legs. cross your left foot in front of your right knee and thread your left arm in between your legs. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your right thigh. Keep your left foot on top as you drop the right foot down to the floor and roll onto the outside of your right hip. So the sole of your left foot grounds down onto the floor. Return to your back and straighten your legs up overhead. Drop the tops of your feet back towards your ribs. Slide your hands up the back of your legs, as far as they'll go. If you can hook your fingers onto your toes, that's fine. If your hands end up behind your knees, that's fine. Push the heels towards the ceiling and feel the opening in the back of your legs. Slowly drop your feet to the floor. Palms to the floor with your fingertips towards your heels. Begin to pelvic rock by arching your lumbar spine away from the floor. And then releasing your lumbar spine towards the floor, curl the tailbone under. Move with your breath. Each vertebrae of your spine. And let the movement begin to expand into a rolling bridge pose by pressing the sacrum away from the floor. Beautiful. Each wave of the rhythm of your movement, the chest opens a little more. Until finally you sustain bridge pose for a few breaths. Slowly back down onto the ground and draw your knees into your chest again. Move from side to side. Find an exhale to roll to one side and sit up. Staff pose. Squeeze the tops of your feet back towards your body, lift your ribs. Slide your left heel towards your body, sage pose. Wrap your arms around the front of your left knee and lean back, sit back, lengthen the spine. Inflate the ribs against your left thigh. Back to the ocean, Ujjayi breath. Hug your left foot up off the floor. Grab the outside of your left foot with your right hand and straighten your left leg. You have two options. You can open the left hand behind you or reach the left hand on top of your right wrist and grab your foot with both hands. Spine a little straighter. Good. And release back to staff pose. Bend the right foot up towards your glute and find sage pose on the other side. Soften through the eyes, through the jaw, through the sides of your neck and shoulders. Feel the simplicity of being perfectly in balance. Hug your right foot up off the floor. Find the outside of your right foot with your left hand and straighten your leg. Or make a little basket underneath your knee or calf. You can open the right hand behind you and try and look back at your thumb. Or grab the outside of your foot by crossing the right hand on top of your left wrist. And release back to staff pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, round forward into a gentle seated forward bend. Inhale back to staff pose and find your way onto your hands and knees. Circle the hips. In both directions. Back to the center. Extend your right leg straight behind you. Roll your right hip towards the ceiling. And bring your right hand back to your right hip. Extend your right arm towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand and grab the top of your right foot. Release the table. Extend your left leg up behind you. Roll your left hip open. Find your left hip with your left hand. Open your left arm up. Engage your left quad. Keep your left leg straight. Release the left hand to the floor, bend the left knee. Find your foot with your right hand. Good, and release the knees wide. Big toes touch, child's pose. Inhale forward. Palms and fingers spread nice and wide. Curl your toes under. Press up to downward dog. Step forward to the top of your mat and hang over your toes in a forward bend. Let your upper body hang heavy. Slowly. Shoulders up towards your ears and onto your back and down. Inhale the arms up overhead. Palms tumbling together in front of the center of your chest. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, left leg back to lunge. Shift your weight forward and back and lunge. Do a little wheelie with your right foot. Left heel presses towards and away from the floor. Good, and then land in your lunge and sway the hips from side to side. Drop your left heel to the floor. Reach the left arm forward. Use your core strength to draw yourself up to warrior two. Find some movement in your arms, like you're swimming through prana. Take a chance. Reverse warrior. Reach your left hand behind your back and find the outside of your right hip. Drop your right elbow down onto your right thigh and roll your left shoulder towards the ceiling. Straighten your front leg. Arms out to the side. Reverse triangle. Inhale the left arm up to meet the right. Slide your hips to the left, modified triangle. Back to warrior two. Take a breath in. Windmill yourself down to lunge. Through plank. Downward dog. Walk forward again to the top of your mat. Hang in a forward fold. Roll it up. Sweep the arms up overhead. Lift and look up, lengthen. Exhale, dive forward. Right leg back to lunge. Rocking front to back. Land to lunge. Rock side to side. Sway your hips to the left and right. Right heel down to the floor. Extend the right arm. Warrior two. Palms up this time. Palms back towards the floor. Find some movement in your arms and shoulders. Your spine moves so it goes past perpendicular in both directions. Reverse warrior. Ocean breath. Back to warrior two, straighten your front leg. Slide your right hand behind your back. Grab the front left hip. Bend into your left knee. Take a breath in. Exhale the left elbow and forearm down onto your left thigh. Open your chest, the right side of your chest towards the ceiling. Good. Reach the front of of your right hip towards the screen. Straighten your front leg. Inhale the arms up. Slide your hips to the right and lean to your left. Like you're lifting a big balloon, extending it over the crown of your head. Modified triangle. Back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Take a breath in. Windmill to lunge. Back to plank. Downward dog. Release the knees to the floor and slide back to child's pose, or walk your knees together and sit back on your heels. Close your eyes. Rest. Mindful not to put too much weight on your neck. Open your eyes, inhale your arms around behind you. Grab your wrists or interlace your fingers and lock out your elbows. Open your chest. Walk your knees out a little wider. Hinge forward. Drop your forehead down onto the floor. Lift your hips up off your heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Pinkies towards the ceiling. Child's pose. Walk your elbows forward and come onto your belly. Find puppy. Feel a little squeeze on your lower back at your kidneys. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders and slide your right knee up into half frog. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs. Take a breath in. Exhale, press your chest away from the floor. Good. And exhale, release, slowly lower down onto the floor. Straighten your right leg. Left knee slides up into half frog. Squeeze and tuck your elbows in towards your ribs again. Take a breath in. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Exhale, press your chest away from the floor. And lower yourself back down onto the floor again. Legs straighten out behind you. Hands stay underneath your chest. Nose, chin, or forehead are on the floor. Elbows down, shoulder blades draw towards each other. Lift your chin off the floor, look up. Lift your hands up. Baby cobra. Good, and release. Cactus arms. Slide your right knee up into half frog. Rest. Breath in as you exhale. Switch sides. Straighten your right leg. Roll over onto your opposite ear. And slide your left knee up into half frog. Release your legs straight again. Curl your toes under, hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. Feel the inside of your arms brush against the sides of your body. Press yourself up the table. And come to staff pose. Cross your left foot over your right knee. And interlace your fingers so your left foot is flat on the floor. Interlace your fingers in front of your left knee. Lift your spine straight. Wrap your right elbow around the front of your left knee and grab your wrist. Back a little, but the spine is straight in all directions. Toes point straight up towards the ceiling. Good, release back to center. Tense your fingers on either side of your body. You can slide your right leg a little bit over. Take a breath in. And drop the inside of your left knee to the left, to the right. Inside of your left knee to the right. I'm doing the opposite of you. And turn and look over your left shoulder. Press into your right hand to lengthen through your right side. This opens the gallbladder. And release back. Back to staff pose. Right leg crosses over your left. Interlace your fingers in front of your right shin. Drop your shoulders and elbows and lift the spine straighter. Left arm wraps around the front of your knee. Grab your wrist. back to center so you can tense your arms out to either side. You can lift your hips up a little bit to roll onto the outside of your left hip so the inside of your right knee goes to the right. Hands stay behind you, turn and look over your right shoulder. Press into your left hand and feel the opening in your left side. Inhale back to center and back to staff pose. Walk your hips towards your knees. Bend your knees and lace your fingers in front of your knees. And rock back down onto your back. And find a movement that soothes your lower back, rolling gently from side to side. Rock around on your sacrum. Touch every part of your sacrum to the floor. And you come back to the center. Let your lower back flatten out onto the floor. Sleeping tiger. Thighs perpendicular to the floor. Back flat, shins parallel or a little higher. Hands below your belly button. Look down with your eyes closed. Back of your head rests on the floor. Stay completely still here and focus on your second chakra right below your navel. You'll hold this for about 4 minutes before we rest. Feel the heat and energy building in your second chakra. Trust it. Lift your head up if you'd like as an option. Keep your abdomen soft and relaxed. You can also tap your second chakra. Bring and accumulate energy there. Pat it gently with your hands or with your fists. Pretend you're making the sound of the drum. Oh, it's much easier when John's here. Maybe we should go for 10 minutes today. seconds. Find your second chakra. Feel it. And cross your ankles. Let your feet come down to the floor. Rest. And when you're ready, you can straighten your legs and move into your final rest.
This that we have now, here, in this place, is not imagination. It is not grief or joy. It is not a judging state or an elation or a sadness. All of those come and go, and come and go. This is the presence that doesn't. What else could humans want? When grapes are crushed for wine, it is this presence they're wanting. When the night sky pours by, the stars, they're really just a crowd of beggars, and they all want some of this presence that we have here now. This that we have now on this floor right here with this breath in this moment is not imagination. It is not grief or joy. It is not our crazy judging mind or some elation for some reason. It is not a sadness for some loss. It is not something that changes. It is not anything that changes. Because all of those come and go and come and go and come and go. This is the presence that is always here. Now.
Continue to let your feeling wash over your first feeling. When you're ready, you can move with the feeling to roll onto one side. Rest in the fetal position for a few moments before you sit up. You can bring your palms together or sit comfortably in a meditation posture. And thank you all so much for joining us online. As we bow to the feeling that we created together. Bow to the earth and to our teachers. Bow of gratitude to my dear friend John Kadt for helping me forget my zip code and that last little number. We'll close with one Om to seal our time together this morning as we venture out into this awesome heat and hopefully this exciting day, solstice time, one of my favorite times of the year. It's so fun to get to play with John in the summer. Usually he's like traveling to some exotic location around this time, and then he comes back and we do some stuff in the summer, and then he leaves for like half a year. So a little different this year. So take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti. All right.
Thank you all so much. It's an honor to play for you, and I hope you can hear it. I've never done an online thing like this, but
I'll let you hear it.
and thanks to Mike. It's an honor to play with Mike and enjoy this longest day of light of the year, the next couple days. And thanks to Mike for keeping Roots to Wings alive during this challenging and awakening time, bizarre time on the planet.